Hello everyone. I want to introduce my name. My name is Muhammad Fadli Mardianton. My name is 192400206. And here I want to show my opinion about smoking in campus area. Smoking on campus is an issue that has become a concern for many, including students, lecturers, and university administrators. As a student, I feel it's important to voice my opinion on this matter, given its far-reaching impact on health, the environment, and the learning atmosphere on campus. First of all, let's look at it from a health perspective. It is undeniable that smoking is one of the main causes of many serious diseases, such as lung cancer, heart disease, such respiratory problems for active smokers. These dangers are already a risk they take every time they smoke. But what about passive smokers? The people around them who don't smoke but are still exposed to cigarettes also have the same risk of these health problems. In a campus environment where hundreds to thousands of people move every day, smoking becomes a collective health threat. In addition, smoking on campus also pollutes the academic atmosphere that should support productivity and comfort. A campus is a place to learn, exchange ideas, and create innovations. However, if the air on campus is polluted by cigarette smokes, how can we achieve an environment that supports the teachings and learning process to the fullest? Imagine trying to read a book or have a discussion under a shady tree, but being distracted by cigarette smokes from people near you. You doesn't this distract from the shared comfort, right? Another negative impact is on the physical environment of the campus. Cigarette butts are one of the most common ways from cigarette scrapes on road, parks, or even in waterways. In fact, cigarette butts take years to fully decompose and contain toxic chemicals that can pollute soil and water. A study even showed that a single cigarette butt can contaminate up to several liters of clean water. It is a kind of environmental legacy we want to leave on campus where we build our dream and future. Of course, there is an argument that smoking is an individual right, part of personal freedom. I don't deny that. However, when such a personal habit starts to affect other people and the shared environment, then the limits of individual freedom need to be considered in this case. I believe that the fairest solution is to establish a designated smoking zone on campus. This zone should be located away from public area such as lecture halls, libraries, and the main park. This is the way the right of smokers are respected, but the comfort and health of others are also protected. Moreover, campuses can also take a proactive steps by educating students about the dangers of smoking and providing access to smoking cessation programs. If a student wants to quit smoking, they should feel support. Not only does this help the individuals, but it also creates a healthier and more positive campus culture. Ultimately, I believe that we all have a responsibility to create a clean, healthy, and conducive campus environment. Smoking on campus is not just a matter of individual freedom, but also a matter of collective health, environmental sustainability, and an ideal learning atmosphere. It is time for us to stand together to reduce the smoking impact for smoking on campus, for a better future for our parties. Let's keep our campus clean, comfortable, and supportive of achievement because campus is the place where we create the future. And the future starts with the air we breathe today. That's all for me. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Muhamad Mardianton and my name 192400206. And here I want to presentation about simple present tense. Okay. Simple present tense. A table of contents that I have is definition simple of present tense, characteristic of simple present tense sentences, function of simple present tense formula, simple present tense pattern, use of simple present tense, adverb of frequency, and the last is simple present tense example sentences. Simple present tense. Simple present tense is used to talk about something common, something that happen over and over again, or general truth. Simple present tense is the most commonly used everyday tense. To recognize that a sentence is a simple present tense, there are several ways that can be done. One of which is that the sentences use a basic from a verb or verb 1. First, simple present tense is divided into two sentence patterns, namely verbal simple present and nominal simple present tense. Characteristic of simple present tense sentences. Every English sentence must have characteristic, so thus the simple present tense sentence, the characteristic of simple present tense are as follows. 1. The predicate in a simple present tense sentences is bare infinitive. The meaning of this form is that the verb of the third person in this sentence has the suffix of the letters s, es, or eis. Second, if there is an interrogative sentence in the verbal form, then the word do or does must be added. Then the subject is ate. Meanwhile, the nonverbal sentence begin with to be, am, are, is. Third, in a simple present tense sentence with a negative forms, the word do not or done or does not or doesn't needs to be added. If there are verbs that end in s, es, or eis, they should be omitted. Next is function of simple present tense. 1. Express emotions or feelings. The first functions of simple present tense is to express expressions or feelings. Therefore, when you want to go express expressions and feeling through sentences, you can use simple present tense sentence. Second, comment or instructions. The simple present tense sentence also function to express comments or instructions. So, we often see a comment or instruction using the simple present tense sentence. Third, the schedule event. The next simple present tense sentence function is to express an event that will be held in the near future. Fourth, general truth. Simple present tense sentences also have a function to express a truth that is around us. Fifth, repeated actions. The last simple present tense sentence functions is to show activities or activities carried out in everyday life. Next is simple present tense formula. Simple present tense is divided into verbal simple present and nominal simple present. Verbal simple present tense use verb that shown an action, while nominal simple present use the verb to be. Verbal simple present. The s or es ending or verb is only used on the subjects he, she, and it. There are rules for adding the s or es suffix. And the way to know which word use the s and the es suffix is verb ending in y and the letter before y is a vowel, then the verb is added s. For example, say becomes says. Sonia says everything is going to be alright. Buy become buys. Dad buys a new cars. Pray become prays. He prays 5 times a day. And next, verbs ending in y and the letters before y is a consonant letters, then the verb adds ies and removes the y, becoming study becomes studies. For example, Budi studies so hard for the national examination. Carry become carries. For example, mom carried the baby with the stroller. Try become tries. Tiger tries to eat the deer. Verbs ending in the letters O, CH, SH, X, and Z, then add ES to the end of the verb. For example, go become goes. She goes to the market every 7 p.m. And next, watch become watches. He watches TV after work. Wash become washes. My mom washes the dishes every night. Bash become bashes. Leah bashes me with her voice. Then, to determine when to use to and when to use does are do is used in the subject I, you, they, we. And does is used in the subject he, she, it. Nominal simple present that used to be sentences that used to be are generally verbs that don't show an action. The formula is to be I am is used for subject I, is used for subject he, she, it, and are is used for the subject I, you, they, we. Example of sentences that use the to be formula are my mother is a teacher. They are not the same class. Are you Mr. Hadi? Is she a student? Next is simple present tense pattern. Tenses are part of basic grammar. When learning tenses, we will come across the term first person singular or plural, second person singular or plural, and third person singular or plural. What exactly are first person, second person, and third person? First person singular. First person is the first person of point of view, in this case, referring to speaker or writer. In first person singular, the pronoun used I. If the self is the subject, using me, my, or mine is the self of the object and showing ownership. The situation that usually occurs in the use of first person singular is when you want to introduce yourself or want to explain yourself. For example, if you are the subject, if I the subject, or for example, so my name is Hana or my name is Fadli. I live in East Jakarta or I live in North Bekasi. So my name is Fadli. I live in North Bekasi. First person plural. The pronouns used for first person plural are we. If it is the subject us, if it is the subject and our or ours, if it shows ownership. However, us and our or ours both mean we and us. So to know which one to use you have to know the context of the sentences first. Example sentence as subject. We are from Bandung City. Re. We need to go right now. Example sentence as object. He tells us about all his stories. Look, that person is this. Look, that person is stares at us. Example sentence as possessions. Is she our daughter? Ours is more delicious than theirs. Second person. Second person is the point of view of the second person, or the person we are talking to at the time. The pronouns used in second person singular are you, if it is subject, your or yours. If it is to show ownership, just like we, our, and ours. You, your, or yours also means you or singular or your or plural. The way to know is by understanding the context of what is being said. Example sentence as subject. You are the best student in this class. Do you know her name? Or example sentence that show ownership. Is this your pencil, Andy? This is not mine. This is yours. Next is third person singular. The pronouns used in the third person singular are he, she, it. The situation is when we are talking about someone who is present among us. Example sentences as subject. She is a banker. Annie speaks English fluently. Example sentences as object. Don't scream in front of her face. Robbie loves her. Example sentences showing possession. This is Annie's book. I am her friend. Next is third person plural. Pronouns used in the third person plural are they, them, and their. The situation is when talking about more than one person or two more people who are not present among us. Example sentences as subject. They are from the same class. They are famous family in the city. Do they think this book is good? Example sentences as an object. I like them. So, some of them are from Bekasi. She makes them angry. Example sentences showing possession. Their painting is so amazing. The garden is theirs. And the girls give their shoes for charity. And next is use of simple present tense. Use of simple present tense, the difficulty is in determining whether a sentence is a present tense sentence is due to not understanding the even referred to in the simple present tense. It's actually quite simple. You only need to understand that simple present tense is a sentence that can be used in conditions. Recurring events. Recurring events are events that occur regularly or a bit habitual. It is usually marked with an effort of time. Example sentence. I eat 3 times a day. Our class starts at 9 a.m. And last, I am a doctor. Next is general truth. This describes a general fact or general truth that is indisputable. Example sentence. The sun rises from the east. Rabbit eats vegetables. And next, expresses feelings, emotion, thoughts, or positions. Example sentences are I am excited about this good news. Cat has 4 legs and she is so beautiful. Giving an order instructions. Example sentences are pour sugar into the glass of water and stir it until there are mixes. Charge the battery approximately 8 hours until the battery icon is fully charged. Next is future condition. Expresses a condition that will come but the time is already scheduled or close to now. Example sentences are: the birthday party starts from 7 p.m. I arrive at home at 6 a.m. The next is a verb of frequency. In recognizing a simple present tense sentence, it can be seen from the verb of frequency because simple present tense is a sentence that shows repeated events and general truths. The time adverbs commonly used in simple present tense are as follows: as always, usually, sometimes, often, seldom, never, 3 times a day, 3 times a week, once a month, every day, and every month. Simple present tense, example tense. Example positive, negative, and question simple present tense sentences. To understand simple present tense, it will be easier if we know some explain. First is positive, negative, and question. Positive simple present tense. He is a teacher. It's a positive. She likes burgers and I read a book. Simple present tense negative. He is not a teacher. I don't like a burger and I don't read a book. And question is simple present tense question is he the teacher? Is he a doctor? Is she a police? Does she like burgers? Or do I read a book? Yeah, like that. Simple, negative, and question. So this is for me, my presentation. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.